Hey everyone, this is Charlie the Plug, your host of the Detroit Metro Plug podcast, powered by Empower You Ventures. Don't forget to subscribe so you too can be a part of the biggest empowerment network on YouTube and Facebook. We bring you weekly interviews of Detroit difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship, community involvement, also reaction to business news and community news. This does not happen without your support. Thank you. This is Charles McKay, aka Charlie the Plug, with the Detroit Metro Plug podcast, where we go out and bring you interviews of Detroit difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship and community involvement, celebrating those who are doing great things in the community, what we call difference makers. And today we're doing a special video presentation to cover an important event that I think you guys should know about and support and see how you guys can get involved. With this special presentation, our guests here, which I'll introduce in a second, we're going to talk about important events in light of what's going on in our community, particularly facing our young people. Our children are facing many challenges these days, whether it's with social media bullying, overconsumption of social media, which studies have shown can lead to depression as they compare their lives with other young people, as well as gun violence in our inner cities and children facing the possibility of a mass shooting in our own school. Um, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. And our guest here with us is Pastor Derek Jones. He's the senior pastor of Free Life Temple Christian Center. And we also have Minister Lakeisha Young Jackson. She's the youth pastor here at Free Life Temple Christian Center. And so we're going to talk about an event that's coming up. I believe it's July the 20th.
That's
July
correct.
20th, Saturday, 5:15 to 7:15. And the theme of the event is corporate prayer over our young people, save the young people, save our children, save our youth. They're going to talk about that in light of what's going on in our community. As many of you are aware, over the past holiday, some of our youth at block parties, gatherings that should be a place of fun and safety, unfortunately faced some gun violence where they were hurt, injured, and unfortunately people lost their lives. And it was some also some shootings in Pontiac. Now, one of the things that with our guests, they primary ministry in the Detroit metro area is in Pontiac, and also Pontiac has dealt with some of those same challenges. And I'm going to show these clips from the local news about incidents with young people who were dealing with gun violence here in Pontiac as well as in Detroit. So this first clip is from Channel 4, Click Detroit, WDIV.
Okay.
And so I'm going to share that first. Then I'm going to share the one from actually from Channel 4 that talks about what's going on in Pontiac. Get you guys' response and also just share a little bit about yourself and just what's going on with young people.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about your event.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
No one in custody so far for a mass shooting at a block party on Detroit's east side. It left 2 people dead and 19 others injured. It all unfolded early this morning around 2:30 in the area of Reno Street and Rossini Drive. That's on Detroit's east side, not too far from 8 Mile and Gratiot.
We want to get you up to speed on what we know so far. The victims range in age from 17 to 28 years old. The 2 people who were killed are in their early 20s, and the search is on for the shooter. Victor Williams spent the day talking to neighbors and community leaders. Victor, people no doubt are fed up with the violence.
Yeah, that's right, Will and Pam. You know, it's just so sad that you had lives lost in this situation. People who thought they were going to have a good time and then never returned home. Neighbors, along with city leaders, are saying that none of this should have ever happened.
And we was out here just trying to have a good time, partying. And initially we thought maybe it was fireworks, but then, I saw the panic in everyone and we instantly knew what was going on.
Hours later, and people are still trying to process how 2 people ended up being killed, along with 19 others shot during a block party on Detroit's east side. The victims are all between the ages of 18 and 28. The continuous gunfire erupting suddenly at 2:25 in the morning was enough to frighten Cliff Dykes, who lives only a few doors down.
We was on the porch listening to music and heard all the noise and screaming and shooting. So me and the wife, we just went up in the crib and went to bed. Woke up this morning, they were still down there.
What led to the shooting is unclear. City Councilman Scott Benson is shocked that it happened in his district.
It's tragic, and I'm shaken. We cannot have this level of violence in our neighborhoods.
Benson is now trying to do something about the incident in hopes of never having to deal with it again.
We're already having conversations with community leaders, with the police, with our CVI friends, with other residents about how we're going to come together to help fight this.
Community leaders already working on doing just that, with a peace walk taking place in the area.
This is what we want to create, an atmosphere where we as a community are in control of our neighborhood.
Unfortunately, it's going to be traumatizing for the people who either saw the shooting playing out or the aftermath of so many young people getting hurt.
At the end of the day, it's kids. It's kids. Ain't even lived a life yet. And injured and dying. Right up the street. Right up the street. And the bullets could have came this way. And me and my wife was having a good time. We could have been victims. It's sad. It's sad. It's horribly sad.
Now we are expecting an update from police tomorrow at some point right here at DPD headquarters. We are going to stream the entire thing on Local 4 Plus. In the meantime, we are reporting live tonight. Victor Williams, Local 4.
5 teens are hurt after a shooting during a large party in Pontiac earlier this month. Police say the shooting happened shortly after midnight around South Jesse Street near Osmond. We're told a fight broke out and someone fired shots into a crowd. All 5 of the teens are 14 or 15 years old. Police say their injuries are not life-threatening, and anyone with information about the shooting should call Crime Stoppers.
All right, so, we kind of tragic news of what's going on in our community.
Of course.
And for our viewing audience who's going to see this segment, share a little bit about yourself and just with your thoughts about what's going on in the community.
Okay, I'll let you get yourself.
Thank you. I'm Minister Lakeisha Jackson Young here at Free Life Temple Christian Center. I'm a youth pastor, and it's an honor to be here to really emphasize the importance of my role as youth pastor, really emphasizing the importance of having that relational framework, that foundation that's built for our youth to know that they have a reach, within the church, and that they have a place within the Church of God in Christ, and that God allows us to really be in tune through the Holy Spirit with our youth and the things that they need as far as how they grow up through puberty and different challenges, peer pressures that are in the schools. And so we seek to be that balance, to provide that foundation of what God is saying and how God values our children and how he loves our children as well as our adults. And we are the forefront of that, that leader who can really set the example to build relationship with our youth, to let them know they do have a voice and provide the proper guidance, that they would need, just following the admonition and teachings of the Lord as it pertains to our youth and the different pressures. I had just shared during a message that there was 49% of our youth between the ages of 14 and early teens, really going up to 18 years old, they're dealing with bipolar depression.
Yeah.
They've been tested, they've been treated for bipolar depression, and that's just one of the challenges. But the areas around shooting, this is the tremendous reason for the cause for the event that we're working on currently. And these latest events really help us to know there's a confirmation for this cause for us to pray. Prayer is the foundation of our life, and being servants of God and knowing who is in charge. We don't know what tomorrow brings. We're not, we just don't know the future, but God knows.
Yes.
He knows our beginning. He knows our end. And we definitely want to seek the Lord for that guidance. So, Pastor, you want to introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Pastor Derek Jones from Free Life Temple Christian Center. I like to say here in the beautiful city of Pontiac, and so I've been pastoring here at this church now for 19 years. We've been established that long, and we are very interested in our youth because that's the next generation. And I know that they have many challenges, even those that are different from the time that I grew up. That the challenges that they have because they have so much access to so much information, and there are so many things that they can get involved with. When we were younger, there were things we had to sneak and do because it just wasn't readily available. But now, just through a cell phone, they can make contacts, and they can, at our home, we only had the one or two phone on that long cord line, and so when mom and them wanted us to get off the phone, they could just pick up the phone and say, "Get off the phone." But now we have to be so careful in terms of how we monitor our children because, the very thing of social media, the pressures that come along with that, it can be very challenging to them. And so, we really have a heart here at our church. And I'm so thankful for our youth pastor, Minister Young, taking on this responsibility because it is a very great responsibility to impart into these young people life and hope and even being a family to them because many of them don't have a close-knit family or members of their family that can happily help guide them and instruct them and help them. And so, being a part of the church, this church is styled after the family. And so we hope to be a part of their lives in such a way to help give them direction and focus so that they can experience the bright future that God has for them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I really thank you guys for allowing me to do this special
Thank you,
segment.
Charles.
In light
Appreciate
of
you,
what's
man.
going on in our community with young people, as you said, Pastor Jones, access on their cell phone,
Right.
social media apps, and just how it's leading to depression, and isolation,
Exactly.
and comparison, and just as we showed in the clips, just the gun violence in our community.
Yes.
And as I was sharing before we did the recording, not many people are not aware that the Surgeon General just recently has declared gun violence a public
Yes.
health crisis and is encouraging everybody to refrain gun violence as a political issue, but to a public health crisis.
Yes.
So in light of all of that, what's going on with young people, I like the fact that you guys are focused on investing in them and their spiritual development and their social development as well.
Yes.
And I want to transition into the event you guys are putting on. And how did it get started? And what's the whole purpose?
Yeah, so interesting enough, it was really impressed upon me last year. I had brought it up to Pastor, who's always so supportive of any cause, just really rallying around our youth and just the cause for having children of my own and seeing the many challenges that they're faced with. How can we bring them together to pray over them and really to stress the importance of prayer? Prayer, I strongly believe it's practiced all around me ever since I was a little girl. And to have that covering, I believe we are the forefront of that. We're the example. We're that framework that I had shared, the foundation that really builds how our children begin to pray for their families as they grow, as they build, and as these generations evolve. And now we're dealing at a time where last year at this time it was a high amount of shootings as well. And I truly believe through prayer, through just seeking the Lord, I wasn't even youth pastor yet, but I just wanted to really rally behind the cause because I know you love skating. I love skating. I've been skating since I was 9 years old, and of course, I wanted to tie myself in there.
Right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
How can we have a fun event that the youth will rally behind, and our parents, our teachers, our pastors, our leaders will rally behind this cause because we are putting God first.
Yes.
And we're definitely having fun in the process. So we definitely wanted to present this event for our youth.
Right.
And, not just our church. We want to open it up to the entire community,
That's
all
right.
counties, all cities.
That's right.
Whomever is open to rally behind this cause, whether they have children or not.
Yes.
And it's all of us who we chase away the enemy.
Yes.
Our prayers, us coming together. God is He's present when we have stepped out on faith together, coming in agreement. God is present and He promises to protect our children and to cover them as we would.
Yeah.
So
That-
this is
that's
how it
awesome.
came about.
Yes.
And it
Yeah.
sounds like, in light of what's going on, it was impressed on your heart
Yeah.
with compassion and empathy
Yeah.
to create an event that focus
Yeah.
on prayer.
Yeah.
And also, it seems like a need for young people to have a safe space
Yeah.
to
Of
enjoy
course.
themselves, not to be afraid that
Yes.
something's going to happen, and know that there are
Right.
people that care about them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So give us some more details. When's the date again? I know I shared a
Yeah.
little bit in the intro.
Yeah.
So
the-
tell us the date
Mhm.
and all the particulars. And I'm going to show the slide so people can see
Thank
Okay.
you.
information.
That'd be great.
So it's Saturday, July 20th. The time is from 5:15 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. Our goal is, as the youth are coming in, they will receive a raffle ticket upon entry, and it entitles them to 3 raffle prizes that we'll be
Yeah.
raffling off. The first is a 50-inch Samsung television. This is one of the latest and greatest. It's not an old
Yeah.
television. High value
Right.
there. Also, we'll have a gaming monitor, 32-inch gaming monitor, Samsung as well.
Yes.
And then we'll have a Samsung 9-inch tablet. So every participant, if they have a ticket, they'll get a raffle ticket as well for entry. And the skating rental is not included. So if you have your own skates, you're good to go. Just an additional $3 if you like the skate rental, but $10 for the regular ticket for entry. So those parents who would like to support, we
Right.
received donations already. We praise God for the donations, those who just wanted to really rally behind this cause.
Yeah.
And then we're going to pray at the end of the session. We have wonderful, clean gospel music. If
Yeah.
you like
Okay.
to move for the Lord and dance for the Lord, clean music. It's the
It's gonna
latest
be
and
great.
greatest music as
Yes.
well, some oldies but goodies as
Yes.
well. And we're just going to have a wonderful time in the Lord, wonderful
Yes.
fellowship. We're going to make sure we have some cards to give out so we can you can
Yes.
know about Free Life Temple Christian Center here in the wonderful city of Pontiac. If they're not church members, if they're
Yeah.
not, if they haven't received the Lord as far as their personal Savior, we want to offer Christ.
Yeah.
We want to have a quick prayer, but definitely is a true skating fun event. And we're going to just rally behind, get all of the youth on the skating rink at the end of the session, pray over them,
Yes.
identify our prize winners for the raffle, and let them
Yes.
go home.
Now,
Yeah.
did you mention the location?
Yes, the location is at Skate World, right at 15 Mile into Quinder. It's
Yes.
in Troy, within, yes, Troy, Michigan. It's
Yeah.
right at 15 Mile into Quinder at Skate World.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you guys will have the whole facility for that time
We
period?
will have the
Yes.
entire facility
Yes.
for that
All right,
time.
that sounds
Yes.
good. Wow.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's who's this now? Is there an age limit or what's
No
the
age limit
No.
you can
whatsoever.
skate?
Bring
I'm skating.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm skating. I want to have a great time. Right.
Okay.
That's right. I'm
Yeah.
skating, and I'm looking for some church mothers to help come out there with me, and let's get it. Let's do it.
All
Let's
the
do
great
it.
parts.
That's
All the
right.
great parts.
It's gonna
High
be great.
school on up to seniors. Let's do it.
Yes. It's gonna be a good time.
Now, even though that this is sponsored by Free Life Temple Christian Center,
Yes.
it is open to the public or
It is
open to
open.
anyone?
Yes.
Yes. All churches,
Yes.
all
Yes.
organizations, all the other churches, youth organizations, youth leaders, every facility, every person, whoever is interested in rallying behind this cause, we definitely encourage all to
Yes.
support us. We
Yes.
appreciate their support.
And so I guess the ideal person is anyone who wants to have fun and safety, and those who are. What about the stakeholders, like whether it's parents or mothers of the church who want to come and
Yes.
just pray and be a support?
Yeah.
And, hey,
Yes.
we're here for you.
I think that'll be a great idea if you do come,
Yes.
because again, we want to set an environment where all of these young people know that we are there for them.
Yes.
You've heard it said many, many times. It takes a village.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
And so we want you to be a part of this village because again, that's how gangs empowered each other. So because they become a family, even though they're doing the wrong things, but we want to set this environment so that young people, those parents, those guardians, uncles, you can be in this environment. You can feel safe. You're going to feel the presence of God because we are the church. So wherever we go, God's going to be there with us. And so it's going to be an environment where the children are going to be safe. You're going to feel love. You don't have to worry about something jumping off or breaking out. And it's going to be peaceful. And you're going to feel good as you're there. And I believe even after you go home, you're going to think, man, that was a great experience. Because again, it's the love of God that we hope to share. That when you come into that environment, even though it's at Skate World, that, they often say that people remember, they don't always remember what you said, but they do remember how you made them feel. We want you to leave from that place knowing like, man, these people really love me. We want every young child to know that, hey, look, we're your family. We're here to wrap our arms around you. We're all connected. And this is for you, that our goal, this is for you. And we want you to be blessed by that. And we got our youth pastor, our heart is there for it. She got a great book. I don't know if she's going to talk about that book or not, but it's a great book to help our young people to stay on path so that they can be guided. So this is going to be a great event. And every parent, grandparent, guardian, it's only $10. I'm like, that's almost free, and it's worth the investment to bring your child. You spend hundreds of dollars to send them on prom and send them to Cedar Point and all types of things. Make this investment and bring them around in an environment that they know they're going to be safe, and then they're going to hear and receive the right thing, and they may come home with a big screen TV. So it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great.
So what do you, I know there's a part of this, of course, state fund event, but the major focus as well is corporate prayer. What are you hoping to see or to happen as a result of the time of prayer and consecration?
Yes, so I'm hoping that we will rally behind the cause to build consistency of it.
Okay.
There is a need for training up a child in the way it should go, which the Bible says, and when he goes, he won't depart. And I believe that we impart what prayer truly means when we come together in agreement for our youth, that they will see this example, they will see the relationship, that we have love for our youth, and they will want more of that. So if they're drawn to our church, if they're drawn to come to God, come to the Lord, receive the Lord Jesus as their personal Savior, that's what our cry is. Ultimately, yes, we want to pray over them, but I definitely, the pastor supports me on this, and I know he has a heart for the youth, and we want to rally behind that in everything that we do. And so this is just one example of many things that we're doing through Free Life, and we're opening the door. And our theme here is you belong here.
That's right.
This is a place to belong. Some youth don't have a place to belong, as we stated earlier. And we definitely want them to feel the love. We want them to feel the love of Christ through us. And through that prayer, we're praying that they will be unctioned or intrigued to learn more about
it. That's good. That's
So
people who are going to see this, they know the date, which is July the 20th.
Right.
You know the location is Shade Land in Troy.
Yes.
At the time.
Skate
World.
Skate World. Yeah.
I'm thinking of. I'm from the West Side.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of North. So of Detroit, but Skate World in Detroit. Said Maple. 15 miles and DeQuinder. 15 in DeQuinder. So they're going to want to know, how do I get tickets? Who do I talk to?
So
show the slide.
Thank you. Yeah, so they can email, they could text myself, my phone number, email is there. They can also send Cash App. We will update and provide any additional information that's needed. But through my email or the text number, phone number, they can reach out to us. Or they can purchase. Yes, and they can also purchase at the door, but we definitely want to get that minimum 100 youth number to get as many and have them invite their friends.
Now, is it still $10 at the door?
It's the same price at the door.
$10 at the door?
Yes.
And your goal is 100 people?
Minimum.
Yep.
Minimum. Oh, minimum.
So
what's
young people?
What's the faith goal?
My faith goal is minimum 100, but I mean, we will blow it out the water.
100 and
what's the capacity at the?
The capacity is 500.
Okay.
So we can definitely have more. We're praying for more. They have security there. We don't think we'll need security because God has already ordained and endorsed this event. But definitely the capacity is 500. So if 500 come, bless the Lord.
Come on, let's go get it. Let's go get it.
Have a good time.
That's right.
And the Lord, He will be with us. They will be blessed. And you will be in for a treat.
Yeah.
Now, have you getting some inquiries? Have people been getting tickets?
We've had donations. We've had inquiries. I've reached out to pastors, different leaders. Some will be out of town. So they sent their donations. We've had donations here at
Yeah.
the church.
Okay.
We had a business just purchased 20 tickets
Yes.
All right.
just to bless
Yes.
our cause of
Okay.
this ministry.
So
And
that
we're just,
those are tickets that can be donated.
those
or
are tickets that could be
donated
donated. So
to-
if
Yes.
someone doesn't have the money, they can feel free to reach out to me as well. We
Yes.
have some already on the list for donations
Donation,
who are
okay.
in
Yes.
need, but we
Right.
definitely want to get as many youth as possible. So if anyone is facing any challenges where you desire to have prayer over your youth and you still want to bring them, definitely reach out to me as well.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the email is at another way
We.
To
to
win
win
at
at Gmail.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
the number. Now they can text you
They can text, they can call, either way. Yes.
and share with the audience
Yes.
not just the phone number, but your
Sure.
cash app.
Yeah, so the Cash App is Lakeisha Jackson Young. It's
Yes.
of course the $, LAKISHAJACKSONYOUNG. That's the Cash App. Or you can text or call at 586-459-8291. Or you can email at anotherway number 2 WIN at gmail.com.
All right. And this
Yeah.
is going to be a great event. Of,
It's gonna be fantastic.
a safe event for fun and connecting with others, as
Yes.
well as a time for prayer
Yes.
and
Yes.
showing that the youth are important.
Very important. Very important.
As we wrap things up and land the plane, I would like to, in closing, hear from both of you. What is your ultimate goal with the young people in the community and the ministry? Youth?
Yeah, so our overall mission, just as chief pastor, there's a mission just around a relational, as I stated earlier. But in addition to that, ensuring that they have spiritual guidance, spiritual foundation, and what God means to them and what God can do for their life as they put Christ first in their life. And then also on the side of just the social networking, ensuring that we're in tune with the signs of the time. What
Yes.
things are they're faced with, whether it be bipolar depression or any other challenges in school, education, or any ventures that they're, evolving into in life. We want them to have guidance, support, whatever capacity that looks like, and to provide that consistency of the support in those
Yes.
three areas. So the social, the spiritual, and as well as the areas of focus as they're evolving and growing, that they still have that relationship support. That's the
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, Minister Young has said a lot of those things, and of course, we want to make sure that even as they are maturing into adults, that we have things in place for them. Because sometimes all the person needs is an opportunity. So we want to help make sure that we got ways to provide opportunities to them, particularly in our communities that they may not get somewhere else, and make sure that we can empower them and equip them so not that they can just be successful in church, but they can be successful outside of church as well and learn how to function in society. Because again, we see, social media, you can be anybody and whatever on social media. We see all the time, we smile, take the photo right quick, and then we go back down into depression or whatever it is happening. So, there's those struggles there with them. And but we want to make sure that we can put some things in place for them, that they can have a structure for their lives and some order, that even if they can't find it at home, if they come around us, we can help provide that so that they can have mental fortitude to face the difficult challenges that we have of this day. And so we want to make sure that we can empower them and equip them, because I believe that they can be lawyers, doctors, judges. All of the potential is there. And so I want them to understand, to discover that potential, walk in that potential, and become what they have already been purposed and designed to be. And so I got faith in our future. And it just takes some of us to make sure we put that investment in and push them and pass the baton and say, go get it. You got this.
All right. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I wanted to highlight another thing. There may be some people who, maybe scheduling conflicts or don't have an opportunity to come to this event, July 20th, and they may see this video, the replay, clips on social media. But there may be a parent or even a young person that is looking to connect with the community or looking to engage. How can they reach out to you, and what are some other programs? And is there a regular thing you guys do? I don't know if it's weekly, monthly,
Yes.
for young people, and what's the age breakdown?
Yes, so we cover all ages. We have something for all of ages of our youth. We definitely recommend that they would visit our Free Life Temple Christian Center on Facebook Live. We have services throughout the week. All of our services and our events are broadcasted right on Facebook, also on YouTube,
Instagram.
Instagram as well. So we have all of those networks that are readily available for them to do virtually. We love if they come in person. We have Sunday services at 10 a.m. But our address is 507 North Perry Street in the wonderful city of Pontiac, and 48342. You can reach out to myself. Pastor Derek L. Jones is available. So we would love if you would visit our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and see what our services we have going on. Because we always have so much going on. Again, all ages for our youth. We have various activities that we're planning. Even this year, we'll be working on, after the skating event, we have sessions that are going on during Sunday school for our youth. We also have an event going on the 27th of July. So we're always working on something that is relative to all generations within our youth group, as well as adults. So those parents who are in need as well. We want everyone to know you belong here, and there is something to cater to every generation.
That's right. That's
awesome, awesome. So I want to thank you guys for
thank you, Charles,
for the special presentation, and to I wish you guys much success.
Thank you so very
on
much.
This event definitely needed for our young people. So remember, those who are watching, July the 20th starts at 5. A little bit after 5.
5:15.
5:15 and 7:15. To get tickets, they have email. Say your email one more time.
Email is anotherwaytowin@gmail.com.
And Cash App. Want to make sure they
Cash App is $ Lakeisha Jackson Young. LAKISHA JACKSONYOUNG. Or you can text me directly at 586-459-8291. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. So those who are watching, if you are a youth advocate, you care about our young people in light of what's going on, the gun violence, depression, many challenges, we want to encourage them to come to this event, get together with this community, this faith community, like-minded, that's concerned about the well-being of our children and our youth. And ladies and gentlemen, we thank you.
Thank you so much.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank Pastor Derek Jones.
Thank you, Charles. I appreciate it.
Minister Keisha Jackson Young.
You got it. You got it.
You pastor of Free Life.
There we go.
So we are very grateful for this special episode. And we look forward to seeing you again on an upcoming presentation, pop-up podcast. We do all kinds of things to celebrate the positive things that's going in the metro area, and giving people their flowers and celebrating what they're doing. And we're about positivity, not about...
Hey everyone, this is Charlie the Plug, your host of the Detroit Metro Plug podcast, powered by Empower You Ventures. Don't forget to subscribe so you too can be a part of the biggest empowerment network on YouTube and Facebook. We bring you weekly interviews of Detroit difference makers in the area of entrepreneurship, community involvement, also reaction to business news and community news. This does not happen without your support. Thank you.